Hey, it's Mike Waters from the Waters Wake Up Call. This morning we were celebrating the 58th anniversary of the Mustang by talking cool cars.
How about a 1971 Plymouth Roadrunner cruising the streets of LaPorte City, Iowa with the actress Annette Bening at my side.
What?
Her aunt and uncle lived next door to me. She'd come back here with her parents in the summer. But yeah, I was cruising LaPorte City with her in 76.
Jeez.
Yeah, damn Warren Beatty beat me out.
You know what? At least you can rest your head on the fact that it's Warren Beatty, and that's the only guy who could have beat you out.
Now you're talking.
Well, I'll tell you what. If she hears this and calls me, because you know you can listen anywhere. So if she calls me, maybe I can hook you guys back up.
She has relatives at work in Waterloo.
Oh, really?
And they're probably listening. They're getting a kick out of it, I'm sure.
I went on my 8th grade class trip to the 1964 World's Fair.
Oh, cool.
And the Ford exhibit was Mustangs that you could sit in, and it kind of pulled you along like a ride.
Oh, really? So it was a ride. You actually kind of got to ride in a Mustang then? When there was,
yes.
That's where it was introduced.
The 64 World's Fair. I lived in New York, and it was our 8th grade class trip.
Wow. And I'll bet you remember every second from that trip.
The funny thing is, I talked to a friend of mine the other day, and they drove from Iowa to New York to go to the World's Fair, but they got lost and never made it.
Oh, no. Man, so when did you move from New York? I can still hear the accent.
I left New York in 2008.
Okay.
I moved to Iowa.
What brought you from New York to Iowa?
The weather.
Oh, the weather, really? Not many people say that.
My wife is from Iowa. She was living and working in New York where we met, and I retired and moved here.
Yeah, it's a great place, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Got a whole new life. I work with an equestrian stable for handicapped kids doing programs. It's fantastic. I got a great life here.
Yeah, it sounds like. Well, what a great thing you do. Thanks for what you do.
Hey, Miracles in Motion. It's our life out here.
So it's called Miracles in Motion?
Look it up.
I will.
Swisher, Iowa.
All right, Miracles in Motion, Swisher, Iowa. And man, thanks for that 1964 World's Fair story. I guess you've gone from one kind of Mustang to another kind of Mustang.
Oh, wow. That's why you're on the radio and I'm not.
I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I can put things together, not always.
Yeah, well, that'll happen on your bigger jobs.
That's right.
Have you seen the movie Ford versus Ferrari?
No, but I don't know why I haven't. I know of it. It's been out for a while now, and I've never seen it. How is it?
Really, really good. But it takes this date when the Ford Mustang is introduced, and you have an inside look at the Ford Motor Company bringing the vehicle out, and how Carroll Shelby called it a piece of junk.
Oh, he didn't know what he had
because it was so totally underpowered.
Yeah,
but that plays a large part in that movie, the development of the Ford Mustang.
It seems like a cool movie because who's in it? Brad Pitt and Christian Bale.
Christian Bale and Matt Damon.
Oh, Matt Damon.
I love the Mustang, but I would have to vote instead for the early Chevrolet Corvette.
Like what year are we talking?
Like the 65 with the split window back.
It's something cool about those cars. You know, you see whether it's a Mustang or whatever, a Challenger today, and they're just not as cool. They don't have as much character as they used to.
No.
You can't really beat the Mustang. That is an absolutely cool car. I actually have a 65 Mustang.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do.
That's cool.
Some work, but another cool car would be the 77 Trans Am.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That was the star of Smokey and the Bandit as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, every time I think of that car, I hear Eastbound and Down in my head.
Yes.
That is awesome. So you have the 65 Mustang. Do you take that out on the road often, or do you just do car shows?
I want to take it to the 4th Street Cruise in Waterloo eventually.
Yeah.
But it needs some body work, so I haven't yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, before that cruise, I'll swing over with my wrench and I'll see what I can do.
Okay, I don't think a wrench would do it, but okay.
No.
Mechanically, it's fine. It just needs some cosmetic work.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, don't we all?
yes, we do.
It's kind of a bright side story, actually.
We can do a bright side.
Yeah, my dad bought a 1966 Chevelle, brand new off the showroom floor, and when he passed away, he gave it to me. 8 years ago, I had to sell it to help renovate my mom's house after a fire.
Oh,
And 2 years ago, my brother managed to track the exact same car down and bought it for me for my birthday 2 years ago.
Wow.
I got the car back.
so it's your dad's car bought right off the lot. He leaves it to you, and then you have to sell it because your mom had a fire. That's heartbreaking, but then you got it back.
Yeah, he handed it down to me after he passed away because I helped him rebuild it when I was a kid. And I basically had to sell it to raise the money to help my mom rebuild her house. He turned around and he had the VIN number and stuff, and he tracked it down and managed to convince the buyer to sell it to us. So
Wow.
he gave it to me for my birthday. I had no idea he was doing that.
So to sell the car and to get it back, I always say, the brightest sides come from the darkest sides. So that is an awesome story.
Yeah, I listen to your show every morning, and I just happen to tie in a bright side with what you're talking about. So I thought I'd just share that with you.
The Waters Wake Up Call.
Weekday mornings, 5:30 to 10.
105.7 KOKZ.